Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, Mortanius, and we are back with some more Dishonored 2 on the Xbox Series X. Time of recording is 2:33 a.m., January 13th, 2024. Apologies for such an extremely long point to actually stream, folks. Got pretty held up. But last left off, we had managed to not only begin our initial campaign into Dishonored 2, but we had bore witness to a coup. Would you call it a coup? Yes, you would call it a coup, considering the fact that one of our supposed allies betrayed us and then showed up with an individual some of us had thought long gone. Delilah Copperspoon, or Delilah Caldwin, as she called herself. We were ousted from the throne. Many of our allies were assassinated, and we were forced to flee the city as we watched our daughter frozen in stone. Then we met up with a captain, a Megan Foster. She apparently was trying to get in contact with me about something. Made it a point to drop the name of Anton Sokolov. Now we've had ourselves a nice little nap aboard her ship, the Dreadful Whale, as we head toward Serkonos, our homeland, as well as apparently our target destination for this particular problem. So if you folks like what you see and want to see more of me, go ahead and give me a like, follow, subscribe here on YouTube or both. Drop a comment, check out some of my other playlists. Follow the links from my Twitch to get to my YouTube. Sorry about that. Follow the links from my YouTube to get to my Twitch. Wherever you folks happen to be, have yourselves a good morning, afternoon, evening, or night, and get comfortable. Let's get into this. Want us to restart because he actually speaks, and I didn't want us to miss anything.
Something's not right, but it seems familiar somehow.
Seems familiar, you say? Almost like an old, cold feeling. A feeling of shadow and connection. Who knows? We'll see. Open up.
I remember this endless cold.
All right then. Can't zoom in. Of course. You have to wonder what's happening over there.
Where are
Who
you?
is it potentially?
You might as well show yourself.
Who is it potentially happening to?
Corvo, old friend. Do I even have to say it? You've lost another empress. Delilah was born a pawn, but now she's got the throne. 15 years ago, the assassin Dowd could have warned you about her if you'd bothered to ask. But you were too busy for questions. Times have changed, Corvo. And you haven't been watching the dark corners of the world. Maybe living in a palace has made you soft. What happens when you push a man farther than he ever thought he could go? Does he snap? And what happens when he tries to go home? Maybe you'll finally learn what it feels like to kill an empress. Dad could have told you about that, too.
And here's the other variation of things that we have access to, folks. If you so choose, you can make this a completely powerless run. But for the sake of what we're doing, we want powers. So we'll accept the outsider's mark. And then he speaks about, maybe I've been in the palace for too long. I'm the royal protector. That's what I'm supposed to be. It's somebody else's job to ferret out the nonsense. I was sent from the Empress in the first game to garner aid, not to seek out injustice and root it out.
I felt this so long ago. The void. It was still there all along.
Blink. Left trigger to move forward rapidly. Blink allows you to move very fast without being seen, making it useful for stealth since you can blink from one hiding spot to another or even rooftop to rooftop if you combine the power with jump. Blink can effectively be chained together with assassination or choke if used to approach unaware enemies. You can also blink through glass, breaking it, or blink upwards for limited distances. Note that the cursor changes when aimed at a climbable surface or ledge. The mana cost for using the power is low, so the recharging portion of the mana bar will allow you to blink even when you have no elixirs. Upgrades. Blink Assault. Throw enemies to the ground by attacking just as your blink ends. Greater Blink. Extend the range of blink. And Redirected Blinks. Time stops if you aren't moving while aiming blink. So as you can see, we've got some upgrades to our blink that weren't in the first game, such as Redirected Blink. That was a technique that only Dowd
Never
had.
thought I'd be here again.
First thing I want is either that or
Feels
Greater
as good
Blink.
as I remember. Now I'm going to save my daughter and win back her throne.
Ooh, look like she's trying to get the death grip on somebody. Thumbnail. If you didn't find dude's body, this wouldn't make any sense to you. I forgot this was here. Oh wow. And then it's one of those. Those are, they're hooks. I don't know what all you'd use them for, but sometimes people would use them like to grab like livestock and animals. Sometimes fish, but they're full-on hooks. And they are just as big as that whole chunk of metal looks like. So yeah. Yeah. Tinder. I bet he felt all that. Huh. That was weird. It was almost like time had stopped for a second as I started blinking anyway.
I've been here before.
Yeah. Yeah, we have.
I know you. Do you remember? It's been so long, and you've been through so much. Even as an echo of myself, it's good to know you're there.
Jessamine, if all I can hear are the last echoes of your voice, that's enough.
Only the last of my essence with you for a while. If only I could reach across this great expanse and take you into my arms. But I have this to offer. My gift and my curse. Summon me to your hand, and I will guide you when I can.
A beautifully tragic, extremely creepy aspect of life. The heart. Equipping the heart in your left hand helps you locate bone charms or runes. The heart will begin to beat and glow when you are facing a bone charm or rune, and will beat faster as you get closer. The heart will whisper secrets if you press left trigger at particular locations or looking at a person. Yep. Alright, let me set you up where you need to be on my wheel. The heart, a strange artifact that reveals runes and bone charms. And blink. Move forward rapidly.
There are no stars in the sky here. There is no sky.
Yeah. One thing I do like though now, they have it to where you can mark what the heart sees. So even when the heart's not being wielded, yeah.
You shouldn't be here. No one should.
Even you shouldn't be? Interesting. Extremely.
In thousands of years, few have seen this place. 2 were empresses.
Are you counted among them? Oh boy. You and Delilah? Or are you talking about 2 other actual empresses who potentially wielded the outsider's power?
There's a strange power in this place.
Nah. I figure normal reality just has rocks floating in endless void of darkness and a light at the center of it all that, like, who in God's name even knows what that is?
Never walk in the sun again. I know now.
It's alright, Duchess. We'll dance in the shade.
The one who took my life walks the world still. But he has withdrawn.
And well, I let him live. He understands what that means.
Such a short time ago, I was a girl, then a young woman, in love, then an empress. Now what am I?
A shadow. Following another shadow and doing what we can to help our daughter and our world slash kingdom, or kingdom slash world one more time.
Remember the last day I saw you, out behind the tower.
I remember it too. And how Dao took you from me.
She carries your lessons within her, mine as well.
Good. Always best when they move beyond your failures.
My heart is made of muscle and sinew, but metal and glass as well, and other things.
Sounds like that third one gives you extreme pause. As far as I'm concerned, the second one and the third one would mess with me. Okay, good. Sweet Jesus. There's a joke about talkative individuals in there somewhere. Yeah, I know about that one. Is that what it's referencing, or is it? How? Yeah, let me slow down, cause that almost looked like the fucking void version of Pride Rock. There it is again. It almost looked like time stopped. I guess it does that
Who
more
is
in this
Delilah,
one than it did
really?
in the first one.
Jessamine's sister, bearing the outsider's mark.
Okay. There's Mr. Fatty. Our supposed ally, Duke Luca Abel. Who are you? Skulking around like somebody who's trying to steal my job. You must be that crown killer. Somewhat feminine features. Interesting. You must be a hoot at parties. Oh, Mumsy. He's insulting me, Mumsy. Dear God. What is that? Obviously an earring, not the point. Wonder if there's symbology. You remind me of people. There are things I remember, but there's quite a bit I'm drawing blanks on. It might actually have a slight time effect, seeing as how I am jumping a great distance. Runes. I shall take them.
There's no one quite like Delilah. I watched her pull herself up from blood and filth until she was in a position to steal from the wisest scholars in the Empire. Survival and ambition, art and magic, with a cunning that makes fawning sycophants of those around her, all of it leading to what you saw at Dunwall Tower. Delilah's playing the long game. She took all the abuse the world could deal out, and now she has a crown. But I'll let you in on a secret. She's got her eyes set on a much greater prize.
I mean, if she wants to be loved and acknowledged that badly, she could just as easily have earned her spot. We know her story from the previous game. It was horrible. But then she went on to become a foremost painter under Sokolov. It's like, woman, you kind of made it. You pulled yourself up by your bootstraps. What, other than what you went through, what are you doing? What are you doing? Dreadful well. Meet with Megan Foster and discuss a plan of action before taking the skiff to Karnaca.
Maybe I got lazy. Fell asleep at my post. Somehow everything I love is at risk. Again. Last time I saw Karnaca, I was just 18, boarding a ship bound for Dunwall. It was dawn and I'd been up all night dancing 3 sheets to the wind. I was puffed up with the old Duke's favor, and I thought I was the greatest swordsman the Isles had ever known. For over 3 decades, I've lived in a palace, watching over the people I love. I've had an empress die in my arms, and raised another from birth. Who would have thought I'd come back home, the most wanted man in the Isles, following the trail of a monstrous killer? What would that 18-year-old think of me now?
You come far, but you're an old man who's lost a couple of steps. Aging does that to you. No way to avoid it. Now, I will say this. You get a little bit of leeway, but not much of a pass in terms of Dunwall Tower. That was Dunwall Tower. You were the Lord Protector. It's your job to be Lord Protecting Dunwall Tower. So you should have been eyeballing more people in terms of that. You trusted Mayhew for obvious reasons, but I think that was more not Jessamine. I think that was more Emily's friend and less somebody you chose kind of thing. More somebody she chose, and it happened to coincide because both of you believed in how she functioned. but you didn't really vet. You probably didn't vet anybody else, or they had been previously vet, but times change, people change. You might not have thought you needed to do that again, and you normally might not need to do that again, but here we are. The one thing that always did bother me about the sequels, though, the outsider's voice. The original outsider's voice was perfect. That was all you needed. This one, I don't know. The other one was more dark. This one sounds more nasally emo. But, so be it. Runes and acquiring powers. Runes can be used to acquire supernatural powers. Open the journal and go to the powers tab to exchange runes for powers. Goodbye, Karnaka. A musician's farewell. Huh. Whoa, hold up. Yeah, it's something I have to kind of be careful of too. It's kind of hard to put the sugar down sometimes, and I'm one of those people. I don't gain weight quickly, so I'm kind of a black hole. I don't eat a great deal, but when I do eat, it's on. Bone charms. Bone charms provide minor supernatural benefits. Locate them by listening for the song they emit, or use the heart to detect them from further away. By default, you can activate up to 5 bone charms at once in bone charm section of the journal. Alright. Duelist luck. Bullets. Bullet packs have a slight chance of containing 1 extra pistol bullet. And void favor. Sometimes supernatural powers consume no mana. Since we're going for non-lethal, there we go. Okay. Now, blink attack, or redirected blink. I only need 1 more for that. But here's the thing. I'm kind of thinking about my agility. Jump height and distance. So if I'm really wanting to redirect, that would be 5 altogether at least. 7 if I want to get my speed maxed out. I'll wait for the redirect blink, just for the simple fact that it's only 1 I need. Alright, time to write my story. Okay. Dishonored. Feels like it did all those years ago. Jessamine. Oh. Wait. Oh, okay. Feels like it did all those years ago. Jessamine. And me just a moment too late. Now Emily. The switch to Lila. The most powerful magic I've ever seen. She tore away the outsider's mark and made Emily into stone. I will find a way to undo it and to undo Delilah herself along with her accomplice, Duca Bell. Somehow I'll make sure they pay for what they've done to Emily. I've dealt with that weasel Ramsey for a start, but thanks to Delilah and the Duke, the whole empire thinks I'm the crown killer. But for now, I'm on a boat heading away from Dunwall, toward my homeland. Seems absurd to write it down. The captain is Megan Foster. Says she's friends with Anton Sokolov, the old royal physician. I have no choice but to trust her, for now. We sail to Serkonos. At least it gives me time to think. I need a plan. A plan to save Emily, and pull Delilah from the throne she stole. A place to save. The void. I'd almost forgotten the way it feels to walk in the void. That sickening sensation, like falling, like being abandoned by everything you've ever known, and the outsider, those dead eyes of his, limitless black. Of course, he offered me the same gift. I thought I might refuse just to let him know I won't be a part of his games. But then I remembered Emily, trapped by Delilah's magic, so I took it. Anything I can use against the Duke and Delilah. Anything to defeat them and save my daughter. If this gift comes with a price, I just hope it's not too steep. And what will his other gift cost me? Jessamine's beloved voice trapped in the same strange contraption that kept me company 15 years ago. I've been trying to forget it, but it is comforting to be able to talk to her again. And yet, it's not entirely the person I knew anymore. We finally arrived in Karnaca. I haven't seen this city in years. Nobody's waiting for me there. Neither the people, nor the Duke. If memory serves, Corvo grew up poor. He might have had a family, but they might have been lost when he was a child, so he legitimately might not have anybody. Oh, shit! What? I... whoa. I even pressed up. Hold up. Okay. Yeah, I did. Oh, wait, what? Oh, wow. Okay. It readjusted me, I guess. That is every level of irksome. Good. Good. I have no desire to have my pistol or anything like that on any of those wheels. I don't want some inadvertent crap taking place. Now, can I still? I can't.
Push out into the harsh world. You are alone, but for a few allies.
Personal favorite trick is useful, especially well, at least I think it might be useful physically. But what I would do is I would put my weapon up, but I'd still have my left hand out, so I can still use.
And not here when you call to me.
Yeah, so she's slightly out of phase. Obviously, only you can see her, and potentially people who are allowed to, if anybody's even allowed to. But it used to be able to have my weapon put up and then have my power or hard hand actually out. Too bad, I guess you can't do that now. Oh. Thanks, Arcane. Chill grab. Though, I don't know if it was actually affecting the... Because they said you're supposed to be able to move faster when your weapons are put away, so I don't know if it was affecting that or not. Oh, right. Limited resources. It's not what you're used to living in a palace, but this is all the coin I could scrape up. Anton and I operated on a tight budget, and guess what? Now you do too. If it's not beneath you, pick up whatever valuables you find along your way. We'll need ammo and resources to take down the people behind the coup. Hidden all over the city, there are underground black market shops. Look for a symbol depicting two hands, which means there's a shop nearby. Follow the signs. They'll guide you. Buying from the black market is against the law, but it can make the difference against the Duke's army, the Duke's military. Sokolov was working on this crossbow as a gift for you. If you need it modified, those shops can help with that as well. Megan. If it's not beneath you, woman, you realize I was royal protector before I was running around the city with powers, right? Not beneath me. Gorgeous. Alright now. Now do we do not. I'm not seeing any tranks. Oh boy, I just got thinking about it. I actually might, oh never mind, I was gonna say I actually might want to go ahead and use my rune for another thing. Maintenance list. Repair the things that got busted up in Anton's room when he was taken. It's been weeks now. No, scratch that. Not until I bring him back home, as a show of faith that he will be coming back. Unblock the storage door. Looks like something fell on the other side, and I really need to sell that stuff locked up in there to make some coin. Pay the port tax and the look the other way fees to those Grand Guard bastards. before they wonder who my passenger is this time. I'll do it when I get the money. Okay, so she's constantly having to come out of pocket. Optional. So yeah, need to get in there, but as you can see, got ourselves a hole. Over there is the target location. There's our rune. We're dealing with that momentarily. And I want that rune. I'm finna get this blink upgrade right now. Yeah, this ship is in a bad way, but it's honestly, like, so far from what little we've seen, it's pretty cool. Or rather, pretty comfy, rather. They do not end up making much. They literally do not make much. They are literally hand to mouth. Paycheck to paycheck. Yeah. That is a normal, more of a normal thing than a lot of people want to admit. It's cold, but it's best to admit where you at, if nothing else, than to be able to claw your way out of it. You gotta know where you're at in order to be able to do something about it.
Dunwall seems so far away. I'll come back soon, Emily. I promise.
See you soon, kid. Better hope I don't decide to give me one of them ancient spray-on tins and find me some car knocking Lolita out here. And like I said, we didn't see much at all so far, but there it is. Okay, I didn't exactly release that button yet, but fine. Whatever. Hey, 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 hey. The product has been sold. Unless there's other stuff in here you're gonna sell, in which case, you know, have at it. Have at it. But I needed my cut, I'm sure you can understand. A reflection on my journey through the Pendician continent. Part 3, Chapter 15 by Anton Sokolov. I don't know if these were in the first game. So if nothing else, then, you know, they're here for you folks. As I said, there is no, like, direct continuity between your save state and the game, which is why, that's why in the last episode we got that sort of intro scene where it was showing Corvo killing and whatnot. It's always just more of a stock kind of thing. Okay. Now. Our room. Storage room.
Must be cursed. Daft old man. This is some shit. Back to that city. What would we have done in the old days? All sharp metal and shadows, we'd say.
Sharp metal and shadows, huh? Okay. Ah, the privy.
He's probably not back from Dunwall yet. If we're lucky, the Howlers will be distracted by some score they're working.
Howlers. Interesting. Alright. What? Okay. Okay, that was weird. Alright, I forgot that. So in this one, we've actually got a sort of strong attack. Thrust, parry, parry. Phone check. Alright. Okay. Oh.
You're up. When you're ready to
Megan!
talk, I'll tell you what I know.
Well, give me a minute. Crown Killer Strikes Again. I think we read this one, unless this is a new version of it. Yeah, we read it. Okay. The Shindari Gift, a study by Imora Clipswitch. Damn, that is a last name. That's a first name, but a last name. On the effects of the winds on the Karnakan landmass and resulting economic positions. Whale oil, liquid power, how astonishing that within those beasts inside the oil harvested along with their flesh was enough power to see the isles through these tumultuous years, and it all seemed limitless. But now the lights begin to dim. Our fisher folks say the great beasts are increasingly rare. Not all places will suffer this loss equally. Fellow natural philosophers, not all places will suffer this loss equally, fellow natural philosophers. Karnaca has a unique feature, the cleft in Shindari Peak, through which the winds are channeled and amplified. As whale oil begins to run short, with the cost of finding the remaining leviathans escalating beyond the worth of the oil itself, Karnaca will find itself ascendant among the isles.
We've been on route
Yeah.
for 2 weeks. I hope Sokolov is all right.
Damn,
Wherever he
it's been
is.
2 weeks? Now, for you young folks who might have never thought about it, there you go, 2 weeks. That is what it is to be on a ship in the old days, 2 weeks. A few months, a couple years to cross the world. You had to take supplies and people and guards and skill. Now we circumnavigate the globe in less than a day.
Karnaca looks pretty from a distance, but it's a city on the way down. And the blood flies are bad this year.
I keep saying it. The things that tend to look the most pretty tend to be the most deadly. Reality's long since proven that. Chapter 4, Introduction, Blood of the Abel House. Luca Abel. Duke Luca Abel.
Sokolov's style. It's Delilah.
Anton started it just before he was taken. They've got history, but he wouldn't say more.
Interesting. You don't mind if I rummage around through your cave, do you? A reflection of my journey through the Pendician continent. Part 1. Anton Sokolov Introduction. S&J and Adamire Solution. Sokolov's Notes, Bloatfly Study. I've wondered why I have another book, or whether I have another book in me. The bloatfly epidemic, coupled with basic information on life cycle and behavior, might make an excellent project for the old natural philosopher. I actually agree with that. Bloodflies are exotic insects. Unlike anything else found in Sarkonos, I suspect they originated on the Pendician continent. In groups of 3 or fewer, they are harmless. Individuals won't attack, leading me to speculate that each emits a scent that has a collective effect on larger numbers of bloatflies. It's normal. Bees do the same thing. Murder hornets do the same thing. Or not just murder hornets, hornets period, when they find hives. They'll release a scent and whatnot that'll draw others. Oh yeah. Their nests can be broken apart, scattering the blowflies are attracted to rapid movement and sound. Their nests can be broken apart, scattering the swarm, and in particular, the nests are quite susceptible to fire. The insects require fresh corpses to lay their eggs, which hatch in breathtaking fashion. After a very short time, more corpses in the Circonan city, say during a crisis or plague, mean even more blood flies. Interestingly, in the last part of a blood fly's life cycle, they calm a great deal. Leaving the swarm, they molt, causing the wings to drop off. Afterward, each blood fly lives a solitary existence. Very odd. Blood flies are largely restricted to the south, preferring warmer climates like certain aging natural philosophers. In the last part of a blood fly's life cycle, they calm a great deal. Leaving the swarm, they molt, causing the wings to drop off. Afterward, each blood fly lives a solitary existence. The fact that they must hit this point, if they probably start releasing that chemical that it mentions, that scent that it uses as a collective effect on larger numbers of blood flies, they probably release that variation, well, their own variation, but they can't control it, they can't stop it. So it probably gives constant mixed signals to the hive. It makes perfect sense that they wouldn't be able to keep it around. Don't need them problems. There we go. Okay. Blood fly something. Picked it up too fast. Hate that reflex. You get used to seeing loot and you just pick it up. Anton Sokolov's investigation notes. Why can't an old man enjoy his last years in a warmer climate? Oh shit. Why can't an old man enjoy his last years in a warmer climate with good wines and spicy foods? I hear you on that spicy food, without stumbling into another nest of aristocratic vipers eager to coil around the heart of this empire, because politics are everywhere, and as long as you have people, you're always going to have politics. That's just the nonsense of existence. As I've learned more each week for months now, I've found my mind turning over the movements beneath the surface here in Karnaca. Duke Luca Abel in some inner circle that even seems to include Captain Mortimer Ramsey of the Dunwall City Watch. A betrayal that boggles the mind. So he knew about Ramsey going in. How many others are involved? They aim their venom at our dear Empress, young Emily. That much is certain, but when will they strike, and how? Do I dare spend another month gathering stray bits of esoteric information, linking it together with what we already have, what we already know? Can we even afford another week, or should Megan and I set out for Bristol tonight, taking this leaky tub through the canal? Corvo would not hesitate. He will act as soon as I hand over what I know, and if I'm too hasty, it might be his undoing, coming home to his native Sarkonos without some critical piece of knowledge about the affair. And then there's this crown killer to worry about. If that fiend is part of Duke Abel's schemes, as I suspect, how long until the dreadful well catches the Duke's eye? That's a very good question / point, Sokolov. Very good question / point.
Anton Sokolov and his travel stories. He even explored Pandyssia.
I guess exploring Pandyssia is just a thing. Nobody's really done it.
Dearest Emily, or must I say, your Imperial Majesty, I have something that you and Corvo must hear at the first opportunity.
I think she'll tolerate her eminence.
Murders happening across the Empire, committed by this so-called Crown Killer. When I left Bristol years ago, I swore I'd never again take part in any further political matters. I've done my share of bad things, and some good, before and after the Rat Plague. But here in Karnaca, I've uncovered conspiracy against you. Here, at the bottom of the Empire, the cobblestones smell of death and corruption. I'm staying with an associate, Megan Foster, aboard her vessel, the Dreadful Whale. We'll leave for Dunwald in the morning, as soon as the tides are willing. I keep thinking of the way sweet Jessamine was stolen from you and your father, and I fear it might be your turn to face such turmoil. I know Corvo would protect you with his life, but please do not trust anyone.
There you are, old man. I was asked to pay you a visit.
Wait, what's wrong with you? Megan!
Off we go, Sokolov, to somewhere more private.
Well. Interesting. So he got snatched up. And I can only assume that was how it happened. That is a hell of a spot, boy. Unless you got a ladder or something, you ain't getting out of there. Or the ability to jump. Which means whoever that was had to have come with gear or got them ups.
With that watchtower, the only way to get to Addermeyer is through the carriage station.
Alright. Carriage station it is.
Sokolov always seemed ageless. Not now.
I mean, I'll say this much. Sokolov, I respect his mind, I respect his skill. But let's keep it real. The man was snatching people up and experimenting on them, giving them the plague and all of that. He is not by any means innocent. He's cool, but that don't make him
As
innocent.
assassins go, the Crown Killer was messy, vulgar. The Duke wanted people afraid.
I was gonna say, you say messy and vulgar, I say intentional. That's exactly what he wanted. A mess, attention, noise.
Delilah's powerful. How is it possible I haven't crossed her path in all these years?
What makes you assume you would? You assume that just because you have power and you have void power on top of that, power being political power, as well as outsider power that you'd meet. You make assumptions, and then you also assume this individual wasn't potentially trying to stay off of other people's radar.
Before I leave Serkonos, Duke Luca Abel and I are going to meet face to face, and he'll pay for all this.
Yeah, I figure I'll put your mustache up where your eyebrows are and put your eyebrows where your mustache is.
Mortimer Ramsey, the entitled son of entitled parents. The Duke's coup relied on a weasel like you.
Yes, it did. And the weasel's been dealt with. Wonder if that kind of thing actually does bother me. Because they might not have had access to it, but some way, shape, or form, they're getting in that room. Because otherwise, I left that man in there to starve to death. Megan! There was food, but
Right.
not for forever.
Explain part of it. What were you and Sokolov doing here?
The old man loved Karnaka, but he'd caught wind of a conspiracy tied to the Crown Killer. He wanted to warn you.
There were reports about tensions rising. Corruption, street violence. It's the sort of thing that happens, and usually the local authorities resolve it.
The new Duke has let things slide, but Sokolov concluded he might be the head of the conspiracy. He came in looking shocked, and if you've heard his after-dinner stories, you know that's unusual. We were going to set out for Dunwall, but something happened.
The Crown Killer.
Yes, the hatch ripped open and Sokolov screamed. All I caught was a glimpse of someone carrying him across the deck. I followed as long as I could, toward Addermeyer Institute. It's run by the alchemist Hypatia. Maybe the Duke is using a patient of hers, the Crown Killer.
Addermeyer was a solarium years ago. I'll get inside and eliminate the Crown Killer. Maybe the alchemist will cooperate, maybe she won't. Either way, I'll try to figure out what happened to Sokolov too.
I would say good luck, but I don't think you want my luck. When you get done at the Institute, disable the watchtower. Once it's down, I'll bring the boat around.
That's crazy as hell.
We'll
Spent
take the
this
skiff to
much
the shore
time
when you're ready.
running around on the intro of this. Jesus. Crown Killer strikes again, right?
Addermeyer Institute's been there for a long time, but Hypatia wasn't around when I lived in Karnaca.
No one should perish in the mines. Well, I mean, Karnaca, life, places, existence, you know, they happen without you. One moment, Megan. That was weird. Ooh. Level of darkness. Okay. Okay. Wanted to be sure of something.
The jewel of the South. My homeland.
Weird reference right now, dude. Weird reference right now. And there's number 3. So now, redirective blink time stops if you aren't moving while aiming blink. Time is suspended even if you stop moving while aiming blink, even in midair, blink while jumping or falling to reach new places. Alright. Now I still need a blink that covers greater distances, but I can wait on that. I've got a couple of other things I want to think about and conceptualize on. Okay, Megan. Go ahead and leave a hard save with you and have the rest be saves on the travel area. Yeah. Investigating Addermeyer Institute. I've been watching Megan Foster closely. For now, I've decided to trust her. Without her, I'd probably be like Emily, trapped by Delilah's magic. So for now, this boat captain is my only ally, even if she's hiding something. Yep. The way I see it is like this. So long as what she's hiding ain't a problem, it's her business. More than likely, it'll probably be a problem, so it'll probably need to be my business. A lot of people like to think nowadays, if it don't hurt you, why do you care? Or well, there's a good chance it does. Me, you, and everybody else included. Not everything, obviously, but quite a bit nowadays. I hope Anton Sokolov will be joining us soon, the greatest mind the Empire has ever known, famous for his paintings and his fondness for King Street brandy. He's managed to get himself abducted by the Crown Killer. Megan Foster said he was last seen being dragged toward Addermeyer Institute. My guess is the killer is a patient. Maybe he needs some treatments? But how could a murderous lunatic be able to come and go to do the Luke's dirty business? The chief alchemist there is Alexandria Hypatia. I've heard only good things about her, but if she knows anything, I'll make her talk.
Ready for me to drop you at the docks?
Alright, let's go.
The old city must have changed a lot.
Off we go then.
One more time, old friend.
Thing's got some wear and tear on it now. Wonder what happened to Piero. Edge of the world. Find Adamire Station and take a carriage to Adamire Institute. It is the best lead you have for tracking down the Crown Killer.
I'd take you to Adamire by boat, but security's too tight. The Grand Guard have a watchtower there. Go inland and use the carriage station. Before his death, the old Duke of Serkono spent decades building up Karnaca. After Duke Luca Abel took over, he started draining the wealth out of the city as fast as he could. Orgies and week-long feasts.
I remember the old Duke Theodanis. He was a good man.
Watch yourself on the way to Adamire. The Duke's given the Grand Guard run of the city. Strangers get attacked on sight.
I can take care of myself.
This is a good spot. Reach Adamire, take out the Crown Killer, and find out where Sokolov was taken. The alchemist, Hypatia. She'll help if she can. Sokolov likes her.
I'll see you later at Adamire. Just wait to bring up the boat until after I've disabled the watchtower.
Chaos level. Your actions affect the world around you. Taking lives will cause Emily or Corvo and their allies to grow more cynical. Too many deaths will lead to higher levels of blood fly infestations and the darker final outcome for the story.
The powerful have been putting the screws to the underclass in Karnaca for years now. And the Grand Guard makes up new laws on the spot.
That's the manipulation of politics when it comes to individuals in power who have no problem abusing that power.
But you can trust me. I remember your name
We'll see.
from the days of the rat plague.
A lot of people remember my name. Reasons they're not really happy about.
I've been through a lot too. But I have to say, it's sad about the old Empress.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
You know you can be friendless and hunted like a beast. Yet still you act with honor.
I do what I can.
Somewhere a noble woman is beating a servant. He is but a boy. He didn't believe in life. He was late with the tea.
Welcome to Karnaca,
Classic.
stranger.
Classic bit of bullshit.
Why does she want that about? Don't know what I am. What ship is that out there? You know the skipper?
The dreadful whale. No, it's not on the registry. Maybe one of the recent importers from Mordor.
Let's give it a day or two. If she's still there, I can ask a friend who's with the Grand Guard to take her squad on board and conduct a search. Give the crew time to load up whatever contraband they're no doubt waiting on.
I'm not gonna lie, on the one hand it's like you could see that as a movement of corruption. On the other hand, it's tactically genius. Wait them out. Let them do what they're gonna do. We'll do our part
Pass
afterwards.
along to another ship at a discount. Then we all split the take.
There's the corruption.
About me. Loading crates sure beats smoke flashing houses to kill off the blood flies. Never doing that.
Yeah, sure do. Damn it.
You still eating meat? All the blood flies and all. I'm not sure it's safe.
I can't blame that.
I mean, I trust my butcher, but how can he be sure there aren't any of those filthy grubs in my steak?
In truth, I don't think he can. It's not a
Simple as that.
matter of trust.
Tastes like shoe leather, but it's better than eating blood fly larvae. Am I right?
Yes,
That's
sir.
Adamire in the distance.
What?
And I cook it.
Which distance, Corvo?
Yeah, I miss the days
Oh,
when I looked at dinner
that
plate
distance.
without having nightmares.
Yeah, I don't blame that, honestly.
Even now, I still look upon the world. I see so much. Once, nearly all things were hidden.
Chose a darker spot to make it easier to look at these things. What's closest? Yeah, I say what's closest, but it being closest doesn't necessarily mean I can bother with it. but I'll mark it. What I don't and do like though is when you mark something, it actually causes everything else to fade a little bit.
When others might choose to draw blood, you find another way. This, I think, is my highest praise.
Thank you.
So
And welcome to
many hands
Karnaka.
built this place, and it is so grand. Was so grand. It could have been a paradise for all.
That shit's nasty. But I have no doubt there are real legit places that actually function like this.
Wouldn't miss that.
Even to this very day. And not because they have some, that's because they have to, but not because all have to. More just because it's the thing.
How long, my dears? How long must I endure in this shadow state?
Not too much longer. Royal Protector on the run. There is no longer any doubt that the former Royal Protector to the Empress, Corvo Attano, is responsible for the recent string of horrible murders. Corvo is now on the run, confirming our suspicions about his guilt in association with the Crown Killer. Some have even suggested that Corvo himself committed the appalling crimes, as he is a trained assassin and a notoriously violent individual. So you know of my workings back in the day. The Grand Serkonan Guard has promised rewards for any information leading to an arrest and warns the fugitive will be shot on sight if spotted. Duke Abel recently stated that Lord Corvo will likely receive a fair trial if he turns himself in peacefully and forthwith. Translation: we'll murder you on our way up the stairs to booking, but we'll say you started a fight and then somehow, some way, stabbed yourself to death 37 times with your own sword, and then wrote on your back, "I shouldn't have been such a psychotic murderer," while bleeding to death.
Careful with that.
Let's not forget that last
Grand
part.
Guard won't like it.
I know, that's why I'd rather... The hell was that? That's why I'd rather just put it up and then have my heart out. My heart out, yes sir.
Find a way. Help you onto a path. No. Let us be lost here together for a moment.
Oh, women. I am asking you to help, and rather than do that, you say, "No, let's kick it." We can't kick it and you won't help at the same time?
Always conflict. Power. Greed.
Like, damn.
For me. What I wouldn't give just to hold your hand in mine. One more time.
I wouldn't mind it either. But I'm still kind of working. Like Jesus. I need at least one more so I can get my dark vision.
Would this place be any different had I not passed from the world?
Hard to say. You seem the type to care, but it could just because you're the type to care doesn't mean the place would have been better. It could just as easily have been worse. It could just as easily be the same.
Is it a curse or a blessing to linger past your time in the world?
Depends on why and how you linger. If you choose to linger, then that's a choice. Less of a curse. You chose. It could still become a curse, but it's less of a curse. It's something you chose. But if you didn't have a choice to linger, or how you linger, well, it's one of those kind of conversations.
In Duke's absence, I have the following announcement. New restrictions are now in place due to the political assassinations conducted in the name of the former Empress.
The sound of my own voice. It's like I'm talking to a stone wall for all they listen.
Corvo Attano. The Grand Serkonan Guard will be stopping and questioning all foreigners and new workers on the streets of Karnaka. Compliance is mandatory.
I told her, if you want my advice, just pay the fine and be done with it. No use making trouble. I don't feel safe.
Oh, huh?
What is wrong with this city? We're printing new posters soon. That usually brings in a few more workers each week.
Cool.
Why do so many have so little? It was never meant to be this way.
Well, that's the double-edged sword of meritocracy and capitalism. People get the opportunity to rise. Not everybody's going to put in the same work. That's just the reality of it.
Arrival of His Grace Luca Abel, Duke of Zirconos, now royal consort to the Empress.
The hell?
3 days following the Duke's
Hard times under the Duke and his Grand Guard. A man has to be
Ain't
ready
this
for
a
anything.
guard?
recovers from his
Alright. I guess y'all just picking guards' pockets nowadays. Just out on the block.
near the Grand Palace.
Gotta keep track of y'all. That's how y'all play the game down here in Karnaka, huh? So even the guards can get these hands.
Hey there. What do you
What the
got
hell?
for me?
What the hell? Oh.
Let's hope
Oh,
you
yeah.
never need help.
What? You say something? Oh, could I actually have helped him?
Fellow Zirconan, let us rejoice at the crowning of our new Empress Delilah Baldwin I and the imminent arrival
Don't be greedy.
Oh.
Oh, you're kind. Thank you. If you want to get past that wall of light, I've heard people sneaking through this blood fly infested apartment. Going through there will get you to the other side of that Grand Guard checkpoint.
Well, thank you.
Garbage in the streets, and blood flies in half the abandoned buildings. This city has consumption, and no one with half a wit wants to be buried with it.
I can't blame it.
Let's hope you never need help.
Shit, and that's what I was concerned about. That's why I wanted to save. So I am taking his stuff. It's not just stuff that's just here. All right, old school.
See you sometime.
Catch you later, man.
An underground market. Illegal trade means weapons and ammunition.
Hey, come here. I have something that might interest you.
I do,
I
you.
promise to make it worth your while.
Will you?
My name's Mindy Blanchard. And that mask tells me you're someone who goes into places where you don't belong.
Is that
Want
what
to
it
help me with
says?
something? You scratch my ass, I'll scratch yours.
I need to get to Addermeyer Institute. Can you help?
Yeah, I know how to do that. You go get a body for me, and I'll help you with your problem. Don't worry, he's already dead.
You want me to bring you a corpse? What's the story there?
The overseers are holding him at their outpost. They think he was a kind of a witch. I want the body for reasons of my own. Sneak in and take it. Then meet me in the old basement below the dentist office near there.
I'll consider it.
So, me, one, wanting to deal with a black market, and two, wanting to have a mask on, that means I just... Corpse disposal, corpse removal, corpse rearrangement. That's just what I do, huh? One of those kinds of heroes, one of those kinds of guardians, one of those kinds of masked individuals. How you know I just don't want to cough on people? How do you know that?
I, for one, ain't selling a new customer with coin.
Do what? Probably wasn't important other than just like basic Karnaka speak. I ain't selling out for some reason. The black market. The money you collect can be spent at black market shops to buy and upgrade gear, find blueprints as you explore, and use them at the black market shops to unlock new upgrades, to buy including masterwork upgrades. We'll get into those. At their own point.
I have some upgrade plans for your gear.
Alright. Crossbow accuracy, extended bolt range, reload speed, bullet and pistol upgrades, bone charm upgrades, vision. Might want to do that here in a minute.
I need a nap.
Those sleep darts are a thing. They are on my list. 450. 450. Alright.
You won't regret it.
Greater vision. What are you selling?
News isn't good, they say. They should do like me. Never read it.
What are you buying?
Why you
Location
cover
of
your
sunken
face is not
supplies.
my affair.
Then why are you asking? A pair of sailors passed along the location of a boat that sunk in the bay containing supplies. I wonder if this information would be pointless, or if you could just outright find the boat.
I'll take that deal.
I'll take that rune.
Glad we could do business.
I'll take them some sleep darts. Go ahead and top off.
I shouldn't deal with strangers.
You got paid. What's the problem?
Your equipment.
Accuracy.
Can't afford them?
Okay. So that was 2 runes, was it? Yep. Dark vision. Sorry about that. Dark vision. Left trigger to see living beings through walls, including their field of vision. A pulse occurring at regular intervals will show you the directional facing and view cones of your enemies, and even enables you to see them through the walls, giving you vital situational awareness for a stealthy ambush or for sneaking through the area. Also provides visual representation of the sounds you make, further aiding in stealth and helping determine enemy awareness. I actually want that so I can see the level of sound, because I think that sound is actually traveling farther than I'm used to. Upgrade, greater dark vision, see objects and security systems through walls, so loot vision. And premonition, visualize enemy routes and their current destination. And that is exactly what it legitimately lets you do. Where are you? Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. See better in darkness, observe living beings through walls. It functions different than it did in the first one. Originally it was just the one you it was just on, and it gave a darker vision but an aura, but in this one it's pulse based. So as time passes, the pulse needs to go back out, so you won't see what's around for a little bit. So you will be vulnerable. Okay. Now here's something I want to check. Are you going to be a problem? Because what I want to do is rob the black market.
Come in, my friend. I like how you spend.
Oh, I don't doubt you like how I spend, buddy. I don't doubt you like how I spend. Say, hey, big spender. Bah, 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 bah. Kind of what I figured. So be it. came from there. Right, came from there. Oh, this was locked. Okay.
Fellow Serkonans, in the Duke's absence.
Oh shit, what is this?
I'm in.
Oh.
Just remember to move slowly and don't get too close to the nests.
We don't even know if the people inside had any money. We just know they're dead and the place is infested with blood flies.
Carl, going through there puts us on the other side of the wall of light.
If you want out of the city as bad as I do, this is our chance.
No, more likely we all get stung to death. Then we end up hatching more blood flies for the next group of idiots who try to get inside.
Damn it, Carl.
All right, don't turn on each other. We'll find another way to make the coin, and another way to get past the wall of light.
Needless to say, you didn't exactly have to pay the homeless man, but, you know, it never hurts to throw some change at some folks.
You can find all
Especially
sorts of
if,
good stuff in bloodfly nests, if you're sneaky and you've got the stomach for it.
Yep. Especially if they legitimately can't do anything about it. It's one thing if they can and won't. But if they legitimately can't, nothing wrong with throwing some change at some people. Three guesses what happened to you. Clearing bloodfly nests. Linto, you're either brave or desperate to accept this job. We used to smoke flash bloodflies with full crews, but the infestations are bad now and the Duke canceled the funding. So we get rid of the nests by hand. That's dumb as hell. Here's what you need to know to stay alive. 1, if you need to slip past the bloodfly nest, swarm or nest, keep your distance and move slowly or they'll attack. 2, when the bloodflies are calm, you're fine. If they take flight and start glowing, it's trouble. 3, if you get swarmed, you gotta run away or fight, smash the bloodflies or burn them. Same for the nests. 4, a bloodfly swarm will keep coming back until you destroy the nest for that swarm. That's really all you need to know. You'll do fine. Oh yeah, another thing. If you find any bloodfly amber in the nest, just keep it as a bonus. But make sure the Grand Guard doesn't see it or they'll ask for some urban sanitation tax or whatever. Good luck. Yeah. Kind of looking around for some things and some stuff and a couple of other things. Okay. Right, I did pick up those incendiary bolts.
It's infested, all right. We used to throw
Yep.
rocks at these nests when I was young. Just go slow and mind the distance. Easy.
Damn. Hold up. I want to hear your backstory, Corvo. Don't just throw it out like that with me. I want to hear it. I didn't even bring out my weapon because I wanted to attack. That's one thing I don't like about this. When let's say you hit the attack button, you'll bring your weapon out, you'll automatically attack with it. You didn't used to do that in the first game.
It's infested, all right. We used to throw rocks at these nests when I was young. Just go slow and mind the distance. Easy.
Okay, that was weird wording. It's like it cut itself off. Now, as you can see, we've got a nest right here, but it's sort of long since dead. Or useless, one of the two. As far as I'm concerned, though, still smash them. Memory serves, you don't get anything from those, but from the main ones you obviously do. Okay, he's dead. Ah, good. A flammable liqueur. Where are you? Fog wine. Of course. Okay. Ah! Christ. There you are. Oh, no. Stool. Saw a glint and I'm thinking, ah, perfect. Traditional Serkonan song was number 1. Alright. Yeah, I'm definitely eating that potato and that carrot. I'm gonna smash them, man. Smash them. Where's my amber? Ah, there you are. Blood amber. Coins. Alarm clock. Go ahead and set that. Why? No reason. I'm up. Alright. Obviously, it's a good time to feed the blood flies. That's a big ass bottle, boy. There we go. So I have to aim a little higher. Okay. And I thought I had to for that kind of thing. Oh yeah. Luckily though, you also see corpses. No idea where it ended up. Ah, rotten food. Damn, there's that reflex clicking. Bone charm in the nest. The level of dark side energy building up in there. Albinos. Hey! Look at that. Albinos. Rat swarms include more white rats. Okay. Useful if I'm able to... I'm trying to remember what that's based on. Go ahead and smash all those. Nothing in them, but again, they're there. Kind of feel better, you know? Alright. Hey, hey. I'll take all that. Probably shot themselves to escape the mistake they made. Damn, there was a lot of people that ended up dead in here. You have to wonder if it was all because of the infestation, or if the infestation came after for some of them. Okay. No idea if that's gonna matter. It didn't say flammable, but you know, couldn't hurt to chuck it and see what happens. Nope. Said something about salt. Are they? Oh my God! You actually see them infesting the corpses. Oh my God! You didn't used to see them do that, or at least I missed it. Look at these sons of bitches right here. Okay, that is legitimately quite disgustingly cool. Quite. I wonder. Hold up. Nope, that's what I thought. Sorry about that. It's not that I can't just do this. I'm trying to save some of my resources. Oh shit. Okay. Woo! Huh? That means there's another one in there. Oh, okay. This is the other side. All right now. Ah, bruh. Don't make me eat infested food. You know it's infested. Something is off. Ah! Coins. Something is off. Huh. Okay, so we've got all of that. We got this, this. Okay, well, let's... still too close. Fabulous. In the end, I didn't get anything for that. That don't matter later. Hello? Alright. There we go. That's what I was trying to remember. I knew about this jump, but I forgot that the jump itself led further upstairs. Okay, 3 guesses. What happened to you? Note to neighbors. My most hated neighbors. You forced me out of our home and you barricaded Luciano inside, treating him like a diseased animal. Yes, he was stung by blood flies, but he's as healthy as a shark. And when he recovers, he'll make you regret this. I sent the children to my mother's home, but I'm staying here. Say whatever you want. I'm not leaving him. Barricade me inside as well if you're so scared. You can all go to the void. Bettina. I'll say this much, that right there is a woman who stands by her man. Either he legitimately was infected, because obviously he was stung, or he ended up being fine and this was from something else. But again, probably it was him. Well, but again, respect on her, because I don't care who you are, that is a hard pill to swallow, and that is a hard fight to keep standing on. So kudos to her for having her man's back. You just happen to have it in the wrong situation, but that happens sometimes. You're not always going to accurately choose when you have somebody's back. See, here's my thing here. So we have this individual, right? Now, letter for Mr. Weatherby. Antonio, don't come back to the shop. I'll find a new assistant, one who doesn't feel the need to discuss the political validity of the taxes with the Grand Guard when they come to collect their protection money. By the way, the extra fee they requested will be retained from your last wages. Bring me back the shop key and make sure I don't ever see your face again. Horatio Weatherby. I can't entirely blame that. You brought your political views to work, and if it was your place, it would be one thing, but it's somebody else's place, and you have the potential to get them fired. You should be able to speak your mind, but you do need to accept that there are consequences on both sides for that kind of thing. It's just the reality of it. Now, Should you lose your position if you take issue? No, you shouldn't, but there's a lot of things that shouldn't be happening that do. Okay, perfect. Stay in there, in there, in there. There we go. I don't give a damn. My desire is to kill them. I have no desire to upset you. But in the end, they need to be dealt with, so ha. Nah, let's just there, right there. What the bloody hell was that? And see, here's my thing. I don't know if I should kill him. The blood flies are letting him near him, so he's fine in those regards. But I don't know if I should kill him. I don't know if it counts. Matter of fact, I don't think I've ever tested that. Oh shit. That did count as a kill. That answers that. Why did I do it that way? Keep forgetting there's a quick load as well. Second I cut his ass, he started oozing blood flies. That was wicked. Nest keeper, unconscious. Ugh. Yeah, and that's the thing. They're nest keepers, so I don't know. And it's like, could they reactivate old hives? It's partly why you see me destroying these other things. It's funny, I didn't even know I could do that. I was trying to break the glass. Black market shop key. Damn, that's where you set the key? You were that kind of petty? Bloodfly experimental notes. Day 1. My plans are underway sooner than expected. Yesterday evening I stumbled upon the corpse of a hound in the street. The blood flies I'd only found it a day or so earlier, I estimated, and I was able to extract intact blood fly larvae from it. I'm keeping them warm under a nice side of mutton. Day 2. Success. 2 of my samples hatched overnight, which was sooner than I could have anticipated. They're both active and get quite agitated when I draw near. Day 7. I didn't think it was possible, but they've almost quadrupled in size from when I found them. Day 10. Still no nest, which puts a fairly large dent in my hopes for blood amber extraction. You moron. You thought you were going to get rich quick by harvesting blood flies, and you condemned this entire building because of your greed. That answered my question. But the question now becomes, there is no name. Was that Numbnuts that we just knocked out, and was Numbnuts the boyfriend, the husband that she was sticking around with? Them get rich quick schemes, boy. But I'll say this, and this is important. The thought process of doing those, they don't come primarily out of our thought process. They can't. They can't. We understand the value of slow and steady winning races. So that cannot just come from guys. I mean, sure. Got that reach on me. Okay. Now you are the Overseer Outpost, Outermire Station, Won't be going there just yet. Ugh. Got to get to that overseer outpost. Wait a minute. Yeah, okay. The station is the opposite direction.
I'm a wanted man again. Welcome home.
Canal Square. Oh shit. I don't know what he'll do.
Keep my mind on my duties. Forget about that kiss.
And your duty's on your mind. Wait. Oh. For a second I could have swore I'd heard somebody reload. Wall of light. Okay.
This city is a place of riches, but not all get a seat at the banquet table.
Well, as a normal practice, not everybody's going to be able to. You have to earn your seat. As a matter of respect, there's obviously people who are given seats, but you should have to earn your seat, and there's only so many seats.
Use your eyes. They all died. Yeah, there was some old man screamed and blubbered like one of them was the last woman in the Isles. Tried to throw her a bouquet of wild mimosas. Had to drag him away.
I'm more interested in the cleanup detail. Anyone been assigned yet to cart off the bodies? Sometimes they're still wearing watches and lockets and the like.
Really? It never occurred to me. When the lieutenant comes back, I'll ask if she needs a couple of volunteers.
Good man. That way we can get them someplace private. Maybe even look for silver fillings. That takes time. Trust me.
Sounds to me like only one of you was the excessive greedy asshole, and now you roped the other one in. Fabulous.
Something's gotta give.
Okay. Woo. Okay. Let's see if we got the reach. I doubt it. Oh god, I've got to get used to the fact that I don't have my enhanced jump. Oh shit, because there's a person right there.
Did I close my locker before coming out? Last time.
Probably not.
I left it open, someone left a hang.
Move along. We're conducting a search for heretical artifacts.
What? Here? Listen, I only need
This area is restricted on the authority of the Abbey. No one is allowed inside.
He's made a dog's breakfast of the whole thing. And who's gonna clean it up? Me. Of course. As always.
Ask again today if this is truly her chosen path. I can only hope the outsider hasn't gotten to her first.
Okay, so it's somebody who's doing something and you believe whatever it is they're doing is dangerous or heretical to such a degree that they would probably go down for it, but they're important enough to you that you'd rather give them the chance to change their thought process, or at least prove they're not being heretical. Okay. Well, honestly, he's kind of doing you a solid. I don't think guys would get such an opportunity. I'm gonna keep it real. Oh shit. It just made me drop. I tried to jump and yeah, that didn't happen. Don't know if I should have actually bothered with that dude or not. Hard to say. But with where he was, I would rather not. Ammo, grenades. If I do something like that, I'm shooting from my crossbow from a distance. I'm not going for it directly. Interesting. Where am I? I mean, like, specifically, not... Oh, this lack of, jump. It hurts. It hurts more than I thought it would. I got no lie to tell you. Oh, okay. I'll see your lip and raise you an odd hitbox. This is not gonna go the way I need it to.
Your face is covered. The Grand Guard won't like that.
I'm a ghost. Ghost. Oh. You good?
Nothing here. Let's have a look around.
Yeah, you do that.
Is someone there?
Gotta get him before he turns. Because him turning to go back into that room, his peripheral vision might let him catch me. He must have had a weapon.
That's the life.
Alright. Search this area. Then call it an episode, folks. Damn, boy. They rinsed it. Secret letter to Brother Harold. Good Brother Harold, last week when we talked, oh, what a state I was in. It was good of you to take me aside and lend me your advice. I have taken it to heart, and I know you were correct. Yes, I will need to be purified through ritual. Ah, what a road I have ahead of me. I know it well, for you may not know, but I endured the ritual once before, but 3 years ago. Though I was young and strong, I came within an inch of death. If I may impose upon you once again, would you be so kind as to not mention our conversation to anyone? I'll arrange for the ritual, of course, very soon. Though I confess ever since our talk I feel much better. No comparison to that agitated state in which you found me. Peace and clarity have returned to me, truly. I do feel better. In all things, Brother Chester. Well, he either does or he legitimately doesn't, but some, and I would partly agree, would say him acknowledging the fact that not only has he been here before and is ready to do what he needs to do, but he even lets you know that he's been here before, thereby letting you know he can be trusted, right? Right. Hey, it's Mindy. Letter from Mindy. Nice tattoo you have on your back, Amadeo. Where did you find the original drawing? Want to chat about it? Come to the Crone's Hen in Dust District and ask for Mindy. You won't regret your time. Interesting. Wonder if that matters for me. Probably not, though. Oh. Alright. Let's see what old school has to say. This would be a good way to end it anyway.
Karnaca was a lovely city once, before the Duke began choking the life out of the place. Before the Crown Killer started painting the walls red. Now you're here, and I have to wonder whether you're gonna give it that final nudge, or pull it back from the edge. We've both seen cities go bad before. Vermin, blood, and betrayal. It's happening again. I hope you're ready.
Well, we'll see, and I have to be. And I will say this. I said emo in terms of his voice. I don't really mean that, because emo would honestly be worse. His voice is actually good. If that was the original Outsider's voice, it would be fine. His voice is good, but it don't hit like the original. The Outsider in Conditional Dreams. Look, as far as I'm concerned, if a bunch of people are all having the same dream about some mysterious individual, and they can put a face to him,
They can be kind of pricey.
as far as I'm concerned, he's real. Like, let's keep it real. Mass hysteria only goes so far, but there's no way I don't describe something in somehow, some way he fits. Well, folks, it's gonna be the end of episode 2 of Dishonored 2. You folks like what you see and want to see more of me, give me a like, follow, subscribe here on YouTube or both. Drop a comment, check out some of my other playlists. Follow the links from my Twitch to get to my YouTube. Follow the links from my YouTube to get to my Twitch. Wherever you folks happen to be, have yourselves a good morning, afternoon, evening, or night. And God bless you.